of Vampyr. Sorry about the gap in my play. I needed a bit of a break. Every now and then I'm probably going to take a 1 to 2 day break, but I'm going to do a stream today, probably about an hour, hour and a half. We'll just see how it goes, depending on where I can find a stopping point, but I hope you will enjoy. Let's see, make sure I got my stuff all set up for being able to see comments. Alright. Hey, welcome, princess. It's been a while. Alright. Fair warning, this is a very dark game. There are a lot of bad words.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Take that. Sodium. It is really stocking me up on some things, isn't it? This will be interesting. Over here. What's the noise? We'll take those. Hello? We'll take that. Hello? Citizens say careful.
Can't breathe. I can't breathe.
That was a close one. Well, congrats on making it through your other year at school. Hello. I have a
Are you injured, sir?
few words.
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I was actually trying to go find the thug. Darn it. I gotta get the thug. He's got information I need. fellowship game. Back in there because I made a mistake. We're trying to leave, but I'll figure it out. Loading a little faster. There we go. Time to kill me some, pretty much in the equivalence of feral lower vamps. No, I don't want to go that way. This box. I'll take those. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I'll take all that. Excuse me, rats. I need you. I'm hungry.
This is despicable.
Come here. Come here. I'm hungry. I will not feed on
Can't
human.
believe I'm doing this.
And the dragon. The band. Concerning the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, I would advise our members to be very wary about this so-called scholars. Yes, indeed, most of them are always affable and respectful when they approach us, but it would be quite unwise for a discreet circle like the Ascalon Club to foolishly speak about our goals. Our members are our traditions also. Let's see. I also would like to remind our fellow members that the Brotherhood itself is ancient enough to have some mysterious traditions. One of them, according to some informant, could be ritual of so-called Ban of the Dragon. It seems at certain condition when the Brotherhood of St. Paul find a violent or bloodthirsty immortal, they call upon him this ban, I don't know. What is it exactly? I don't know. Does it really exist? I don't know for sure either, but what I've established as facts is that whenever a hostile or vindictive vampire has threatened London, it disappears without a trace after the Brotherhood pronounced a ban upon him. The loyal Feegle Bansha himself has never been foolish enough to openly provoke the Brotherhood. This is a lesson we must all remember, never be considered a dragon by the Brotherhood from the law of Aslan, my lord, Redgrave, founder. Huh. Ooh. I'll take that. Thank you.
What sort of creature is this?
Try to run and I can't. Darn it! Ah! Cursed. Gah! I mean, it is, I'm weak because I don't feed upon humans. I feed on rats. Like, I just don't feel right eating people. Ugh. I guess the problems with my mortality in itself being then a immortal in this game. Sometimes I might have to, depending on the human beings I come across, might have to feed upon certain ones. Like evil ones, who aren't doing anything good, who just, are threatening people, killing people. Those people I will feed on. Because I have no remorse for people who want to kill people. Okay, here we go.
What sort of creature is this?
Get off me! Get off of me! Get off! Get off of me! Darn it, I'm not strong enough. I'm gonna have to level up before I do this. It's just not gonna work out in my favor. Death is not a wicked thing. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. I don't know about that. That's where I... don't know how to feel about that. Okay. Well, that didn't end well. Not much. Not strong enough to take on this evil creature down below, so I gotta go kill me some... Rats! Come here!
This is despicable.
Imagine how I feel. Hey, you rat, come here. I need you. Where'd you go? Come here.
I have this thirst for blood.
Yes, I'm aware. Wait, where is this? I was trying to do before rudely interrupted by a bunch of disgusting creatures. You! Ow! regeneration. Why? This is my only option is to go down here. I need to go back up. I can't do this by myself. I'm not strong enough to face that creature. I need to increase stamina. And technically I need to increase my health and my durability to be able to take so much damage. Otherwise, I am just a tiny little puny thing to be whacked continuously. But that's not a fun process. Just gonna have to wait. Once I get a little bit stronger, the guy's dead, so his corpse is not really going anywhere. I doubt that creature is gonna be smart enough to take it, so I can rest, increase my things, deal with some other things, create some stuff to help out the patients amongst other things almost here. Okay. Oh, the heartbeats. Must resist the heartbeats. Oh, the blood. Humans. I can feed them. Would anyone else need help around here except for one? I had to check something real fast. Sorry, guys. Covering. How I treat him? Care with. Okay. They're doing okay. Alright. Let's go through the city. Hello.
He's mine! Shit! You'll pay for that!
Okay, don't go against guards. Guards have bullets. Bullets kill. I just can't catch a break with these This is like, I don't know, one, it's a giant behemoth-looking, weird underground creature that wants to destroy me, or it's the locals who want to destroy me. Either or. I need to figure a way to feed upon them. Anyone who's trying to kill me, obviously, is going to be fed upon. It's just the options that they bring. Hey, I didn't attack first. They came after me. So I need to get around them. Okay. Otherwise, I'm doomed. There we go.
It's locked.
Trying to live here. Trying to be eaten. Beaten. Or attacked. Try to live. What do you get? Stop with the... I can't... But yeah. Ooh, I wasn't even hit. Attacked. Attacked and beaten. Don't make me do it. I don't want to feed on people. It's not working out in my favor. Not at all. All right. I need to go rest. The only option I have. Okay. Alright. We have to clear the area. Wait, did I just enter the more... Oh, dang it. This game can be confusing at times. Guess. No. I refuse. Not until I level up. I'm too low. I'm only level 6. It's not gonna work. I'm going to die. Oh. Loading screens kind of take a bit. Probably the longest loading screens I've had. Other games. Okay. Need to go get some stuff set up. Had to check something. Sorry about that.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Water, water, I need water, water. Can I not do... To rest and level up. Darn it. Can't do anything about that. Guess not.
cannot enter.
What am I supposed to do? Letter, dear love, I finally found this missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry, I found nothing now except getting better. Everything I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me that this is Mr. Hooks is something of a knowledge crook. He also offered to money in exchange for a bed, but that bed is sitting here. I'm sorry, I refused to pay first, and realized now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. Promise you that everything will be painless. Hooks.
It's locked.
What's going on here? Ma'am?
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Have you heard rumors of blackmail going on in this hospital?
Dr. Reed, are you trying to take advantage of me?
Of course not, Mrs. Goswick. I'm just curious.
Well, go be curious somewhere else, please.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
Have you heard rumors about blackmail in this hospital?
No?
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
I have other concerns right now, Doctor. But I'm fine, thank you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Something's going on. I don't like it. Milton. We have some talkings to do, sir.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the oldest patient here.
Goodbye, Milton.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Waste your time with...
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Time with me.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. I cannot enter. Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why were you locked in that sewer?
Oops,
went-
sorry.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. The terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
Newton Blight. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir.
Yeah.
The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well... you know... I never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see? Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself. Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck 'em all.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I will see you later.
Okay, I'm gonna help you. Darn it.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
We gotta help him somehow. Gotta erase that terrible memory. I wonder if I can erase his memory. Take that painful memory.
Newton, don't be sorry. We'll meet again soon, and we will be serene and beautiful.
Did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I'm just gonna end this here and see if I can fix some issues that I did. I did not mean to drain him. That was a complete accident. I thought I could, get rid of the. I guess I don't have that ability yet. Darn it! That caused a major problems. But I'll end this here and hopefully I can change it. Give me a second. I wonder if it's gonna load from when I eat him. Hello. Hey, lady. I made a mistake. I didn't mean to drain the poor man. I wasn't trying to drain him. I was trying to erase a terrible memory, and I messed up. Please, don't let him be dead. Is it safe? Is it safe when I drained him? Please don't kill me. I made a mistake. Terrible, terrible mistake.
must I do? What must I do? This isn't even my neighborhood.
Is his body still here? What happened? Is he still...
You can't just die like this.
I did... There's a way to erase terrible memories from people's minds, and I thought I had the ability to do it, but I ultimately fudged it up. And I don't know if this guy's still alive. Give me a moment to check. Oh dear God. I can't go back. Can't go back. Fudge nuts. I didn't mean to.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
I'm sorry.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to do that. Made a terrible error. My first death, and it's on my soul now. I feel terrible.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Have you heard of someone blackmailing people in the hospital?
Pardon me, sir, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidama.
Oh God.
It's locked, all right.
Why did I have to make such a terrible mistake? I'm so sorry. I drained a man. I drained a man. I thought I was gonna end it, but
It's locked, all right.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have met Lady Ashbury.
She's a fascinating woman, wouldn't you agree?
Is she the true reason you recruited me? To work on her condition and addiction for blood? A part of me is thinking I've been played.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
The matter of Lady Ashbury's blackmailer.
Oh, I know too much about this matter already. I'm confident in trusting the interests and reputation of both the hospital and Our Lady into your able hands.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar. I cannot enter.
You're hiding something from me, sir.
Sad and faded walls are all I have to offer my resting place. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Have you heard any talk of blackmail going on in the hospital?
If you're running some official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
Tell me, Thoreau, What's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally.
Exactly.
But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
Do you...
The wounded...
What did... You're a monster, Mr. Cox. An ungrateful and disgusting man.
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Simpletons, these nurses. You break with no respect. Someone's approached my black. She needs it.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel better already. Can I go soon?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Oh no, what have I done?
I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
Go back home, idiot!
And now he's gone missing. What have I done?
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect.
Disgust on every street corner.
I wonder why the Goswicks came
Daily
here in the first place.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow. It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
Whatever your motives, you're making money by stealing from the dead. Dr. Swansea should be informed.
No offense, sir, but Dr. Swansea is one of my customers. As I told you, I like to help people, and everybody needs help from time to time.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana. It's locked.
Damn it! Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long is it going to take to fix me from?
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have just a few.
Then ask her.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
Darkest thoughts in your heart.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
Tell me, Thelma. What do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
The pain. It's here again.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Well, everyone, I'm going to end this here, and hope to see you guys in my next video. I'm going to give myself, if I have the ability to. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys next time.